The Philippines has been considered the economic melting pot, as many cultures and traditions were morphed in the country through the influences of foreign countries. One of these foreign countries is China, and the Philippines has been in relations with and influenced by this country since the colonization period of the Spaniards. Their influences can be divided into three portions, which are the economic, the political, and the societal aspects.
The economic aspects.
In 2018, China ranked first in foreign investment to the Philippines, amounting to $975 million, up by 2,072% from just $47 million in 2017. This growth was spearheaded by businesses and companies from sectors like IT and communications, manufacturing, real estate, and electricity. The biggest project was the development of the third telecommunications provider, a joint venture with China Telecom. This investment is attracting related projects in telecom, infrastructure, and services. China is the Philippines' top trading partner, export market destination, and import source in 2019, a testament to our stronger bilateral trade relations. Top export sectors are electronics, minerals, fresh food, electrical, chemicals, machinery, fashion accessories, transport, and miscellaneous industrial products. China remains the largest trading partner, the largest source of imports, the third largest export market, and the second largest foreign investors of the Philippines.
The societal aspects.
As of today, millions of Filipino Chinese are living in the country, with the bustling Binondo streets and popular Chinese dishes such as tikoy and siopaw are all vivid manifestations of the time-honored bonds of kinship and friendship between the two countries. China was the first country to donate test kits, and the first and the only country to dispatch anti-pandemic medical expert team to the Philippines. China's Sinovac was the first COVID vaccine to arrive in the Philippines, both through government-to-government donation and commercial procurement, and it now tops the list of most welcome and trusted COVID vaccines among Filipinos. True friendship stands the test of time. With President Xi Jinping and President Duterte leading the way, we have every reason to believe that the two countries will forge an even closer China-Philippines comprehensive strategic cooperative relationship in the new era.
In the political aspects.
The diplomatic relations between the Philippines and China was established on 9th of June 1975. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte undertook a state visit to China on 18 to 21st of October 2016 and met with President Xi Jinping, Premier Li Keqiang, National People's Congress Standing Committee Chair Zhang Dejian, and Vice Premier Zhang Gaoli. President Duterte visited China once again on 13 to 15th of May 2017 to participate, along other 29 world leaders, in the Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation hosted by China. Upon the invitation of President Duterte, Li Keqiang, Premier of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, paid an official visit to the Philippines from 15 to 16th of November 2017. On 20 to 21st of November 2018, Chinese President Xi Jinping undertook a state visit to the Philippines upon the invitation of President Duterte. President Duterte attended the Second Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation on 25 to 27th of April 2019. The theme of the forum was Belt and Road Cooperation, Shaping a Brighter Shared Future. The President met with President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Keqiang during his visit. President Duterte paid an official visit to China on 28 to 30th of August 2019. During the President's meeting with President Xi Jinping, the two leaders renewed their commitment to further enhance the comprehensive strategic cooperation between the Philippines and China. The president also met with Chinese and Filipino investors during the Philippines-China Business Forum organized by the Department of Trade and Industry. The president likewise attended the opening ceremony of the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. After the FIBA opening rites, the president proceeded to Guangdong province to support the Gilas Philippine team during their match against Italy. He was welcomed by Vice President Wang Qishan and other top political leaders of the province.
The impact of Chinese culture on contemporary Philippine society. The trade with China was the beginning of a major influence and contribution with the Filipino culture. Traditional Chinese religious beliefs and superstitions were accepted in the Philippine society. One major influence that the Chinese contributed within the cultures was culinary arts, wherein Chinese dishes such as lumpia Shanghai and pancit and other sautéed dishes helped build the Philippine society. New Year celebrations was influenced by the Chinese people, as we now tend to use firecrackers and wear bright-colored shirts. The Chinese way of family structure also heavily influenced the traditional Filipino family structure. China has also been pushing to bolster its soft power through the entertainment industry, Chinese language, educational exchange, media expansion, and cooperation, and pop culture icons.
During 19th century Philippines, the Chinese mestizo are primarily as a landholder and a middleman wholesaler of local product and foreign imports, although there were also mestizos in the profession. Aside from contributing economic stability, another significant role that the Chinese mestizos played in the Philippine society was the Filipinos' identity formation. Another is Chinese involvement in the armed revolt against the colonizer, showed that they recognized Spain as the enemy, the oppressor. And last, the Philippine Revolution of 1896 to 1898 was the act of determination of Filipino Indians and Chinese mestizos to claim for themselves and the future generation the incomparable right of nationhood. The comparison between the impacts of Chinese culture on the contemporary Philippines and the impacts of Chinese culture on the 19th century Philippines. First is the economic stability between China and Philippines, or their trade relation. The Philippine identity formation, or the Filipinos' family structure.
The influence of Chinese people has made the country to adapt effectively with the culture. The Chinese mestizos were a small population during the 19th century and was treated equally with the Indios. The Chinese people has contributed to the growth of the Philippines culture and society. Currently, some Chinese Filipino persons such as Engr.Juswugh and Lucio Tan was successful in building their reputation in the country.